Come with us to Valley Fair, my favorite place on earth. It is Valley Fair, ValleySCARE season. This is my first time ever coming to ValleySCARE. Y'all know we got our membership back in 2023, and I don't think they had a ValleySCARE at that point. The parks closed firmly at 6 and 7 o'clock, but with this ValleySCARE thing, it says the park is open to midnight. Now, one thing I will say is that they did stop the kid rides at 7 p.m., but all the rest of the rides were open. So all TJ's rides were shut down for the most part. I did see the carousel still going and maybe the Ferris wheel, but for the most part, all the kids' rides were done. Anyway, so this is my favorite part. When you come in, you get to go trick-or-treating and you get a bag. They give you a bag and you get to go around and get candy from everybody. TJ loved this part. I feel like the trick-or-treat part is like undefeated. Okay, you get candy on one side, you get chips on the other side. They got a show going in the middle. It was just a vibe. Look how big these caramel corn bags, and they gave Takis, all the Takis, the purple, the blue, the new one, the cool ranch one. It was just really good. Then the girls went up to go do the Bean Boozle challenge. I'll let y'all hear it. Hold on.
Hey, baby, now we round and round and round we go. Where's
All right,
up?
what do you think it's gonna be? What do you think?
I know what it's barf.
Oh,
It's coming. It's going around. It's going around. How are you feeling? Remember, if you need to skip it, it is right there. Perfect. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Okay, how about you? Cappuccino. It's both good.
Yeah!
Look at that.
Then after that, y'all know I had to eat. You know I get to eat all season long for 2 years, y'all, okay? Go ahead and get the gold membership if y'all ain't got the gold membership. The gold membership was $86. I don't know how much it is right now. I got access to 40 parks, including Six Flags. So even when we went down to Chicago, if y'all watch, we did go to Six Flags, too. So I get to enter for $86 everywhere. Like, I think it's cool. And I don't mean like I'm paying $86 at the door. Like, I mean like I paid $86 one time, and I just get to keep going as much as I want. I think the trick-or-treat part alone makes it worth it. Like, my kids had so many snacks. They didn't ask for snacks for the rest of the day, okay? They didn't ask for nothing. And then we also got the eating pass, so we get to eat as much as we want when we're there, which is cool. Oh, and we got the drink pass. We get to drink as much as we want. So when we go there, it's like being on our own little island. Another one of my favorite parts is this part of the show. They kept the same show, but they changed the name. So her name is now Candy Clown, I believe it is. And she's doing the same trick with hula hoops. But the kids love it. It never gets old. She's a great teacher. I love it. I definitely feel like it's important that I show y'all this, because a lot of people be like, oh my gosh, there's nothing to do for kids. No, there's a ton to do for the kids. Look at this. Look at all these kids here. Okay, now on to the next part. Then we had to go on over and make sure that we went trick-or-treating again, because why not? Look at that girl bucket. Look how full that bucket is. Okay, listen, the trick-or-treat rounds are undefeated. It was my baby's first time. Oh, she's so cute. I just love her. And it was fun. We walked around, we ate good. But then we saw this. They said the creepy stuff wasn't coming out tonight. They lied. Look at this man. Somebody come and look at this. Will somebody come? Somebody come and look at that. And Tyson just walking past talking about, hey, no, that ain't no hey. That is not normal. What is we doing? Anyway, then we went and we saw some shows. So the first show was really, really cool. I like the second show more. Another cool thing about Valley Fair is there's show on top of show. Like, it never gets old. I don't know what they were supposed to be. I think they were supposed to be like some ghost singing or something. I don't really know. But I like this area because it's next to my favorite restaurant and the slushy place. So the boys were able to get slushies. They were able to dance. They were able to have a good time. And that's all that matters. After a while of me and the boys being here, the girls ended up coming. Jean had took them over to Wild Thing and the Power Swing. So we were just over here dancing by ourselves. Look at this boy's moves. Okay, get it, TJ. Hey, get it, TJ. And then True came over to dance with him. Let me pause so y'all can hear that too. Hold on.
Next one's our favorite. Can you shake your whole body?
This was honestly probably one of my favorite shows that I've ever seen there. I love their engagement. I love how they continue to teach the kids their dances. And True was up there dancing the entire time, which I thought was really cool. Then it was time to go get on the rides. Now, TJ, I got to go get my baby remeasured because he could never get on this ride. And the lady let him on this ride today. He was so happy. You got to be 36 inches. You're supposed to be 36 inches to ride this ride. But look at his face, y'all. That baby couldn't believe he was up there. Then they had the trick-or-treat crafts. Now, all of this stuff does close down at 7. They had pumpkins. You could decorate pumpkins. They had masks. The kids that did their masks and, like, really paid attention and was, like, really focused, their masks was so cute to the point where they were walking around the park. I'm like, oh, my gosh, look at their costumes, not knowing that they had made it in the craft section. So that was cool. Okay, y'all see the smoke? That means that it's getting to be 7. Ooh, that means that all the scary stuff is about to come outside. I was nervous. I was about to leave the park, and my kids were like, no, mommy, please let us see. We want to see what happens after hours. So I did let them go ahead and stay. I was like, listen, they going to try to scare y'all, you know, all the stuff. And they were like, okay, we're fine with that. And they were, which I thought was cool. They had a talking pumpkin. Now, let me give a disclaimer. If you decide to go, beware of the talking pumpkin. I feel like that they were not, like, it was a whole bunch of kids talking to the pumpkin, but the guy was so rude. He was like, that's why you're adopted and no one loves you, or you're an orphan and stuff. And having people, like, that I know that are adopted, you don't know if my kids is adopted for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was saying all types of stuff. He was telling the kids, like, you pee on yourself at night. It was just really rude, and it had got to the point that Jean was like, no, we're done. We're not about to keep listening to this. True was like, but I want to ask him a question. She's like, no, you're not going to ask him a question because he's not nice. I love her. I love them. Okay, so if you plan on going, turn it off now. Okay, I don't want to ruin it for nobody. But I do want to give details for people that do want details. So I'm going to give y'all a second to leave if you don't want no details. If you do want no details, here we go. Okay, so right here next to the bumper cars, this is the witch path. So basically it's, and I don't know, like, they didn't look like witches to me. It was just a whole bunch of ladies dressed up. They didn't have, like, witch hats or nothing. But you can see here that it's just, like, all the girls or all the ladies dressed up, and they're trying to basically scare the kids. And we're just giving them the disclaimer, like, yep, you know, it's just people. They're dressed up. They're going to try to scare you. My thing is, you know, I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm telling my kids, hey, their job is to scare you. So if they can scare you, that's how they make their money. So if they try to scare you, don't be scared. I do love, though, when True did show, like, a little bit of scared face. They would kind of ease off of her and kind of say hi, which was nice. But as you can see, like, look, they don't look scary at all. Like, they just got makeup on. Yeah. I do love, though, when True did show, like, a little bit of scared face. They would kind of ease off of her and kind of say hi, which was nice. But as you can see, like, look, they don't look scary at all. Like, they just got makeup on. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go into is Carnival. Supposed to be Carnival, but Carnival. As you can see, they shut down Planet Snoopy, which Tegan was like, that's just sad. But I guess they anticipated that a lot of kids wouldn't be there, or, you know, maybe, like, to show that the event is not really geared towards kids. I don't really know. But as you can see, True and her friend from earlier are definitely walking through Planet Snoopy, or Carnival, however you want to say it. Is where all the clowns are. So this is the clown walkway. These are 2 pathways you can go through for free. Everything else this year is requiring a wristband that costs $16 if you want to go into any of the haunted houses or anything. I personally, honestly, wouldn't pay for that because them lines were ridiculous. Like, it's $16. It's unlimited, or I shouldn't say unlimited, but it's multiple haunted houses to go to. But the fact that the lines are so long, like, I feel like the lines to enter the haunted houses were longer than the lines to get on the rides. You know how you get, like, the roller coasters and stuff? It was crazy. And then, as you can see, Tegan back there, she is talking to some of the clowns, saying, she told him, like, hey, what does your beard smell like? He was like, candy. You know what I mean? Like, so I do like that they kind of interacted with the kids. But then when the grown-ups came, they was, like, in full scare mode. So the kids got a chance to see that, too. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, girl, as a Christian, how do you have your kids out there? Honestly, for me in my childhood, my parents had me do some of everything. And I'm trying to make sure that I do the same with my kids. And I don't want us to just be like, oh my gosh, you can't do this because you love God. And I know a lot of Christians will be like, oh my gosh, you stepped into a portal and all this stuff. I get it. I totally get it. However, curiosity. My kids had a lot of curiosity, and curiosity kills the cat, right? So I would rather them do this with me versus Tegan's going to middle school next year and her, you know, going off with her friends and experiencing it and experiencing it with them for the first time. I'd rather their first time be with me and me saying, hey, you know, hey, this is people. They have a job to do. Their job is to scare you. That's how they make their money. you know, this is me saying, hey, you know, this stuff is going to be very scary. You know, you might have nightmares and something. This is how you handle that. Like, I wanted to be in the forefront of that, so I wanted to throw that out there. This show was really fun. This was, as you can see, the same stage where they had the girl with the hula hoops. Here she is with her fire show. She did end up burning herself, y'all. She played it off very well. She did the first couple of ones. You can see that's kind of slight, right? But let me show y'all this one. She definitely played it off, but you could tell she definitely burned her hand. She did have on black gloves, which I believe were like fire gloves at first. So I don't know if it's the glove or not, but yeah. Oh my gosh, this guy kept chasing Taken. Look. You see him? He's going after Taken. She's like, oh my gosh, Mom, save me. But she was laughing. It was so cute. This definitely brought me back to my childhood, I will say, because my mom always did stuff like this with me. So to see her having so much joy and so much fun, especially my baby been having nightmares and stuff. So especially to kind of go, I kept telling her, I'm like, listen, you already got your stuff that you're going through and your nightmares and stuff. And she's like, no, Mom, I'll be fine. So to see that she had fun and wasn't scared and we were able to have these conversations, it brought a lot of joy to my heart. The bridge was really cute. They lit it up with all these cute lights. They did have the clown swinging at the top, which was cute. It probably shouldn't have been cute. Y'all probably see all these glow-in-the-dark necklaces. If you have a glow-in-the-dark necklace, you pay $16 for those necklaces, and basically that necklace says, do not scare me. So it's a no scare necklace, and they will not pop out at you. They will not say boo. They won't even look at you. So I started to like, I wasn't about to pay $16 for it. I was going to go in the front and make a claim because I just felt like, shouldn't that be like, you know, easily accessible for people that needed it? Like, why I got to pay $17 per kid for that? But I'm happy I didn't because I love this clown. She was funny. Her voice. Let me see. Hold on. Let me show y'all.
What, you don't? Oh!
You do?
Her voice was so funny. Basically, True had told her, I like your necklace. And then she asked Hagen, she's like, you like it too? And Hagen was like, yeah. And then the man came back, I was like, bro, ah! It was so funny. Hagen was like, what was I supposed to tell her? I hate your jewelry? Now, these guys right here, so they're right there when you first walk in. They have these, I couldn't get one on camera good, but they have nails and knee pads that basically make fire on the ground when they fall. It's so fun. It was so funny. So they just kept like falling and like scraping the ground. So that was a really cool thing to see. I think at one point they were starting to get hurt though. Them knee pads weren't enough. But that's ValleySCARE, y'all. So if you have not had a chance to check it out, I definitely recommend that you check it out if you're into that kind of thing. Okay, if you're not, don't do it. But I think it was definitely worth it. Look at this girl come after Taken. I would definitely say 10 out of 10. I highly recommend. Go up there, y'all.